I am one with my glorious I Am presence and Holy Christ Self. My personalities, body elemental, and new spirit. All parts of my being are in balance, harmony, and alignment, and I am fully contained within my heart diamond and Metatron's cosmic egg. I am now ready for today's message. Greetings, beloveds. What joy it is to be with you again. I always delight in these moments when any one of my children open themselves to receive messages that are to be shared with all of my other children until they are ready to make that connection directly with me. I am here to help you remember your own divinity. You have always been divine, my dear beloveds, but you have forgotten it. As you have forgotten where you came from and where you are going. And so many of you are floundering upon the earth like a fish out of water, struggling with immense amounts of energy, and yet getting nowhere. A fish lying on the ground can flap and move all it wants, but it will not take him back to the water. Fortunately, you are not a fish out of water. You have just imagined that you were. And in your imaginings, you created activities, struggles, experiments, all so that you would begin to know yourself better, and so that you would eventually find your way back home, back to the truth of who you are. And that is why these videos constantly insist upon the need for you to connect to your own divine self. This is your most important task at this time, beloveds. And as I am sure you have already discovered, it does not take great energy or activity to make that connection. What it does require is intense focus, a peaceful, calm mind, and a willingness to be the love and joy that you always have been. So you see, it is not so much in the doing, it is in the becoming that you will find your way home. And home is not a place outside of you. Home is a place within you. And once you have entered this inner sanctum of endless peace and joy, you will know without a doubt that that is what you have always been, and that you do not need to go anywhere or to do anything to be at home. It is your natural state of being. But as you have been floundering so long on the surface of the earth, feeling yourselves to be not at home, this new feeling is likely to be a surprise to you. You may think of it as being something foreign, something new, but it is not, beloveds. When you experience being at home, it will feel so familiar. You may almost feel as if you had never left. It is such a natural state of your being. And yet, when you first experience it, you may find it difficult to maintain. This, too, is part of the process, beloveds. It is your job to maintain yourself in that state. And all of the experiences that are coming to you are perfectly designed to help you to get into that state where you will be able to maintain that feeling of being at home, of being totally connected to your own divine self. As always, it is easiest to do this when you are in a state of meditation, when you do not have to react, respond, or deal with any of the thoughts and feelings that are going through you. When you are floundering on the earth, it is because you believe that you need to respond and react to all of these thoughts and feelings. When you are in meditation, you know that that is not the time to respond or react. It is the time to watch, to observe. And as you watch and observe, you automatically are identifying yourself with that observer. And that observer is who you truly are. I know that it is hard to imagine the truth of this when you have not had yet the experience of being the observer. So practice this, beloveds, until you actually have the experience. You will know that you are being the observer when you can peacefully watch any thought or feeling that goes through you and not have an emotional or a physical response to it. As you are awakening, I am sure that many of you are becoming aware that when you have certain thoughts or feelings, your body instantly reacts. You may scratch yourself. You may adjust the position of your physical body. You may get up and start to take action. but you will see that it is not a conscious, willful response. It is an automatically generated response by your body from past habits. These are the types of responses that you will learn to control by not engaging the physical body. You will see the body's response. It may start to take action, but then you will be able to stop it, knowing that this is the time for meditation and it is not the time for action. And little by little, as you practice this, the body itself will learn to be calm regardless of the energy frequencies of the thoughts or feelings that are going through your mind and your being. This is all part of your process, beloveds. As you learn to be centered in the midst of all the activity that is going on. And this will help you greatly, especially in these times of the equinox energies. Most of you should be feeling a certain ease in being able to maintain your focus. So be sure that you are focusing on that which you wish to experience within your being. But if you are not experiencing this ease, do not worry, beloveds. This is why I do not talk a lot about what you should or may be experiencing during any event, because it is truly unique for each and every one of you. And if I say you should be experiencing something and you are not, I do not want you to feel that you are less than, or that you are not in some way having the most perfect experience for you. Because whatever you are experiencing is perfect for you. But I would like you to focus particularly on being centered as these energies are shaking up your world. You are all experiencing the release of the unconscious energies. You are experiencing many upheavals in your life, whether they be physical, emotional, or mental. And the easiest way to ride through these experiences is from the center of your being, where you are one with your I Am presence, you are one with God, and you are one with the earth. And if you focus on those feelings of oneness, of centeredness, of peace, rather than focusing on everything that is happening around you, you will not only get through this period unscathed, you will be helping to make it easier for everyone else as you emanate these energies into the collective consciousness of which you are all a part. I thank you so much for listening to these videos. I love and I bless you always. I am Metatron, Lord of the Universe.